Hello friends, in this video lecture, we are going to see the properties of multiplication and how they are useful in solving the hard problems of multiplication very easily. Let us see one by one. I'm going to share my screen to you. So starting with properties of multiplication. What is the first property of multiplication? Well, the first property of multiplication is the identity property. What does it mean? It means when we are going to multiply a number with 1, we are getting the product as the same number. For example, when I multiply 215 with 1, I am getting the product as 215. Now, here, 1 is being known as a multiplicative identity. What does it mean by multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity is a number which, when multiplied with a given number, will give the product as a given number. It will not change the number at all. We know that multiplication is the repetitive addition. So here, how many times we are going to add the number? So 215 will be added for 1 times. With what? With nothing. So the product is 215 and 1 is being known as the multiplicative identity. Well, next property is the zero property. What does it state? It states that when we are going to multiply a number with a 0, or when we are going to multiply 0 with any number, we are getting the product as 0. Let us take an example. A is being a number. When A is multiplied with a 0 or 0 is multiplied with A, we are getting the product as 0. As we are knowing that the multiplication is nothing but the repetitive addition. When I am multiplying 3 with the 4, it means 3, I am adding 3 for 4 times. 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, we are getting 12. But when I am multiplying a number with 0, it states that we are not adding this number with nothing. Even this number is nothing is there. So when we are multiplying a number with 0, we are getting the answer as a 0. Next important property is the commutative property. What does it state? When we are going to multiply two numbers, we can change their order. What is meant by commutation? Commutation means changing the places. So if there is a number at first place and we are going to multiply a number in the second place, then the product will remain unchanged even if we are changing the position of numbers. Let us take this with an example. I am going to multiply 7 with 5. So I am getting an answer as 7 5 are 35. Now let us change the position of 7 and 5. We'll take 5 at first place and 7 at second place. So here we have removed 7 from first place. We keep the 7 at second place and 5 at first place. Now we will see the product. 5 7s are 35. So the product remains unchanged. Let us see this property in more detail with a pictorial view, and let us shift to the blackboard. Now, you can see that there is an arrangement of boxes in which there are 5 columns 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and there are 3 rows 1, 2, 3. Well, I can write this arrangement as there are 3 rows of 5 boxes each. So 3 rows of 5 boxes each. So there are total 15 boxes in this arrangement. Or I can write this arrangement as there are 5 columns of 3 boxes each. So I can write this arrangement as 5 columns of 3 boxes each, 5 3 are 15. So in this case, you can see that even if I change the order of numbers, even if I change the places of numbers, the product remains unchanged. Let us see one more important property of multiplication, that is the distributive property. What this distributive property says? Let us see with an example. We are going to multiply 3 with addition of 2 and 5. Now, how to solve this problem? Well, there are 2 ways. Method 1. We are going to solve whatever may be there in the bracket first. So we are going to add 2 and 5 first. So we'll get 7. And then we are going to multiply 7 with 3 and the answer is 21. Okay. Can we solve this with the distributive property? Let us see method 2. What the distributive property says that that we are going to multiply whatever may be the number outside the bracket with all the numbers inside the bracket. Keep in mind that the numbers which are there inside the bracket, there may be the sign of addition and subtraction. If there is a sign of multiplication and division, the distributive property will not hold good. Means the distributive property is only applied over addition and subtraction of number in the bracket. So in this property, what we are going to do, we are going to multiply 3 with the 2, and we are getting product as 6, and 3 with the 5. We are getting the product as 15. Now what to do next when we got the two products? Well, we are going to add them. Why to add? Because there is addition sign in between 2 and 5. So we are going to add the product of 3 and 2 and 3 and 5. So 6 plus 15, we are getting the answer as 10. And you can see that the answer which is obtained by first method and the answer which is obtained by the distributive property is the same. Let us see this pictorially by making an arrangement of boxes. You can see that there is arrangement of boxes in which there are 7 columns and 3 rows. So how many total number of boxes are there? There are 7 3s are 21. Now, what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the same arrangement of boxes. Next thing, well, I will take 2 columns separately and 5 columns separately. Now I'm going to cut these 2 columns from this arrangement and taking it out. Now you can see there are 2 columns and 3 rows. And in the second arrangement, there are 5 columns and 3 rows. How many boxes are there in the second arrangement? There are 5 3s are 15 boxes. And in the first arrangement, there are 2 3s are 6 boxes. Still, how many total number of boxes are there in this arrangement? Naturally, 6 boxes plus 15 boxes, we are having 21 boxes. So the product remains unchanged. Means we can distribute the number 3. We can distribute the number of rows on the number of columns. We split this number 7 as 2 and 5 and then multiply 3 with the 2 and 3 with the 5. So 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15 and we get the answer as a 21. Let us see how this property helps us in solving the difficult problems of multiplication. So we are going to multiply 26 with 105 and you have to give the answer in 10 seconds. Well, by the regular method of multiplication, it will definitely take a minute to solve this problem. But it's very easy to solve this problem in 10 seconds with distributive property. And how it is? That we are going to split 105 as 100 plus 5. Naturally, we are writing 26 multiplied by, in bracket, 100 plus 5. Now, what the distributive property says? If we are going to multiply the number which is outside the bracket with all the numbers inside the bracket that are in addition or subtraction. So, 26 will be multiplied with 100, we get 2600, and 26 will be multiplied with 5, and we are getting 130. Next thing, what to do about these products? 2600 and 130. Definitely, we are going to add them because there is a sign of addition in between 100 and 5. And we get the product of 26 and 105 as 2730. Initially, you find this property a little bit difficult. When you are going to make a practice of this, you'll find that this property is very much easy. Let us do some practice with one more example. We are going to multiply 32 with 98. And you have to give the answer in 10 seconds. But with regular method, it will take much time. So what to do next is we are going to split 98 as 100 minus 2. So now the product becomes 32 multiplied by 100 minus 2. With the distributive property, we are going to multiply 32 with 100 and we get 3200. And 32 is being multiplied with 2. So we are getting 64. So shall we add these products? Absolutely wrong. Why? Because there exists a minus sign in between 100 and 2. So we are going to take the difference of these two products. So we are subtracting 64 from 3,200 and we get the product as 3,126. You can check this answer by doing this calculation with the regular method. You'll get the product as the same answer. Next property of multiplication is the associative property. What this associative property tells us? It tells that when we are going to multiply 3 or more numbers at a time simultaneously, we can multiply them in any order. Let us see with this an example. 3 is being multiplied with 5, is being multiplied with 7. Now in this multiplication, we can multiply 3 with the 5 first, we get 15, and 15 with the 7. So we'll get the answer as 105. Or we can multiply 5 with the 7, we'll get 35, and 35 will be multiplied with 3. So 15 is multiplied with 7, and 3 is multiplied with 35. So 15 sevens are, and 35 threes are. 15 sevens are, we get 105, and 35 threes are, we get 5. So we can multiply the numbers in any order, so the product will remain unchanged. Even if I multiply 3 with the 7, I am getting 7 threes are 21, and 21 when multiplied with the 5, I am getting the answer as 105. So we can multiply 3 or more numbers in any order. This is all about the properties of multiplication. We'll solve the problems of multiplication of large numbers in the next video session. Thank you.